Well, we've changed the settings for the mic. I'm in the garage at the moment, so we'll have to see. I've also changed bikes. I'm on the other bike. So we'll see how that runs. Everything's gone quiet for a reason I don't understand. Never mind. There might have been a message, but if there was, I don't know what it was. It says it's 10 degrees. It might be 10 degrees in the garage, but I'm not sure that it's 10 degrees outside. Right. Heavy bike, this one. It's going to be a bit difficult, I think. What time is it? Oh, I'm 5 minutes late. Not to worry, provided there are no traffic jams. And I'm not expecting any. Alright. We're trying out the new top celery seat on the FJR. It feels very firm. This is the gel seat, and it's very, very firm indeed. But it's comfortable. I can get the balls of my feet down onto the ground, which previously I couldn't. I could only get my tiptoes down. So the lowered seat has helped a little bit. And the backrest on it, there's a bigger lip on it. I can feel that how I'm sitting. And it feels quite comfortable. As I say, it is a bit bigger. I broke my thumb about 3.5 weeks ago, so I'm on the left hand. So I'm actually having a bit of difficulty with clutch hand and using some of the controls on the left hand side. So I might not be as fastidious as I normally am in using the indicators, and for which I do apologise, because I'm a great believer in using the indicators when at all possible. This is priority à droite, which means that I have priority, which is absolutely stupid. As you can see, I didn't have priority there, and didn't see the vehicle because it was hidden behind other vehicles. And the street cleaner looks like he's having fun and games, making a real mess of everything. I thought he was supposed to be cleaning the street, not making it a mess. Oh well, never mind. I've got Bridgestones on this bike, and they're not as good as the Michelin's. Priority à droite, the second priority à droite there. Pedestrian crossings and cars parked everywhere. Anyhow, getting back to the Bridgestones, they're not too sure which ones they are actually. They came fitted to the bike, and I think they're might be a BT23, I think. I'll have to check that and let you know. And I've been using Michelin's on my other bike, for about 5 years now. The road pilot, the PR, and they are absolutely phenomenal, the road pilot, for the sorts of things I do, which is commuting in virtually all weathers and doing the odd longer run in the French countryside, but not usually very far, no more than about 100 kilometers, which is what, about 70 miles, something like that. And absolutely excellent for somebody who is a commuter. But these road pilots are not very good. They are very greasy, and the grip, especially in the corners, is not good. So, yeah. One of the rules in France is that cyclists can cycle in any direction up a one-way street, so you've got to be a bit careful as to checking whether there's a cyclist going the wrong way. You might think, oh, I don't need to check that street, it's a one-way street. And then you've got some moron on a bicycle. Oops, just missed that. If he pulls forward far enough, I can get through. Let's see if anybody wants. It's probably not a brilliant idea to take the FJR out for such a short run today. It's only about 10 minutes each way in total. Oh, I forgot, they've blocked this road off further up, so we'll have to go down by the river. We'll have to see how full the River Marne is, because this area that we're in is called Marne-la-Vallée, and it's as you can see, named after the Marne. Just make sure nothing's coming. And you probably noticed in the previous video somebody jumping the lights, and this is something that you actually have to be aware of. There are a lot of people have their own ideas of driving, especially those from the more southern parts of Europe, which also includes the southern part of France, where quite often it's a case of the rules apply to you, but they don't apply to me type of mentality. So, yes, a little bit dangerous at times. This is a long set of lights. Here we go. We're about to change. So, let's have a look. Problem with having two bikes is that I haven't got the clutch biting point in exactly the same place. Stupid system, this priority à droite. It really is cretinous. And the French government wonder why people die so much on French roads. And they've got stupid systems like priority à droite. Paint you can't see in the wet. Oh, the Marne is quite full. Just changing the subject. Quite a lot of water in there. Yes. Paint you can't see in the wet. Priority à droite on junctions where you actually can't see the vehicle until it's pulled out in front of you, or nearly pulled out in front of you. It really is a recipe for disaster, and they wonder why at least twice as many, yes, it's people die in France on the roads as to the UK. It's virtually double to the exact number. Virtually double. Yes, that river is nice and high. It's nice having a big bike because you know you've got the power to do something if you need to do it. But most of the time, I must admit that I don't use it. I'm a bit more cautious. Now, if you'd seen me when I was a dispatch rider, that was very different. I'm in the wrong lane. I'm going to have to adjust the clutch so that it's in exactly the same place as on my other bike, because I keep missing it. It's much easier going back the other way. We're in Joinville-le-Pont. This is probably Le Pont in Joinville. And we're going back the other way towards Vincennes. So, at the moment, and it's much easier coming this way. Though there is a pedestrian crossing, or a pelican crossing should I say, further up. And the lights don't work properly on it. So, right, scooterist caught me out. I wasn't expecting him to be doing 90 in a 50, but he was. And I suppose this is one of the qualifications that you need for being a scooterist. Aha! I think Mr. Policeman has seen him. We will see. We will see. Yes, because he was certainly herring it a bit. We've got the sushi delivery drivers. Lights are about to change. Again, this is another one of these priority à droite junctions, which are not the most sensible thing in the world. And we're coming into the speed trap area. So I'm going to have to keep this to about 50. The problem is this speedo, the calibration on it, we're about 8% out on this speedo according to the GPS. So starting about here, the girls are out looking for business. I'll drop it down to about 55, or just under, which should keep me below the limit. We will see. I can't see a speed trap, but that doesn't mean there isn't one. Right. Okay, so we're here. As I say, if you take it slowly down this this bit of road, you usually get, if you're lucky, you usually get to these lights just about when they want to change.